offensively.
Yes, accuracy was not their strong suit, and it wasn't necessarily because the D was so tough. They created a lot of open looks. They just couldn't hit anything.
Hassel, the pass to Cobb. And as we move past the All-Star break, everyone is fighting for playoff position right now. Do you feel the top 8 teams from each conference getting into the playoffs is a fair number? Would you like to see fewer, more? What do you think?
I think 8 is a good number. 16 teams being represented in the postseason for the NBA playoffs. It works out quite well.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got the captain. Also Collins out there. Silk is out there with the Prophet. And it's Ohio in at the point. Johnson kicks to Whiteside. That's a foul called on the Prophet. That is his first foul of the game.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Johnson outside. Whiteside dishes to Johnson. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. On defense, Miami. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yeah, they left a lot there at the free throw line. A few guys fell out of rhythm early on and never got their feel back.
Lakers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And he hits the first of 3. And he's good on the second. Well, you look at the Miami Heat, and there's a lot of experience on that roster. But you know, Brent, even the role players who have been in this league for a while, well, they've carved out nice roles for the team as well.
Yeah, you can never underestimate what it's like to have experience in the NBA, not only in dealing with training camp and a new coach, but the length of a season, and then potentially, if those things all come together, a nice long playoff run. They play a very controlled style, and Eric Spoelstra has the team pointed in the right direction. Great to see young players like Winslow getting some early important minutes for his career.
Now, here's Whiteside. He's coming off a 13-point game against Orlando. They get it back, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And maybe a deep breath moment for them. They're now 1 for 4 to start the game.
And taken away by Johnson. There's the pass to Winslow. The 9-foot shot. He squares up and sinks it. Winslow's got his first points of the game.
Well, the defense certainly wasn't bad, but wasn't good enough to stop Justice Winslow there.
Here's Collins. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
He really could time those perfectly. What an assist.
The Heat have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Reed a screen. Johnson attacking, and Johnson with the stuff.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Here's Collins. 23 points for him the last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. The Prophet passes to Ohio. To the middle, it's tipped and stolen by Whiteside. Here's Johnson. There's Winslow. Rebounded by Hassel.
I'm surprised he didn't try to knife through the open lane there. He has to be more aggressive next time in attacking the defense.
Here's the screen. To the right side. Clock at 6. Here's Collins. No good from outside. Stolen away. Silk passes to the Prophet. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
D. First trip to the line for him here.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard number.
That one is off. And he's good on the second. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Johnson with it. Pass to Winslow. Right side a screen. Johnson kicks to Waiters. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Clock at 2.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Yeah, it's one of those quarters where you're just incredibly frustrated that you did not impact it the way you wanted to. So nothing going right now. Beautiful entry feed right where his teammate could do something with it.
Miami trailing. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Eric Spoelstra.
Thanks, Kevin. He told me that when you're playing against a team as good as they are inside, you have to stop the easy looks. He said if they can keep them out of the paint, they'll be in good shape to win. We'll see, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And the Lakers have possession after Justice Winslow missing on that last three-pointer.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
And a strong move to the bucket, like he puts the defense on its heels, backing them up. Just what you want early on in the game.
Johnson kicks to Whiteside. From 12 feet out, that's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That's a sweet stroke by Whiteside. You don't say that much about the big man. Great confidence taking that jumper.
Hard to believe that Hassan Whiteside wasn't even in the NBA a few seasons ago, Brent. Took some time off, but what a find he has been since coming back into the league.
Well, it's been nice to see him re-engage and maybe turn around his attitude and work ethic and maybe wanting this at his size. You have to give credit to Whiteside for not giving up on himself and putting some of that work in to become the player he is right now.
And here is Los Angeles now after Justice Winslow missing on that last three-pointer. Lakers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he makes the first.
Well, you look at head coach Eric Spoelstra, the first word that comes to mind is meticulous. He started at the bottom, now he's here. He used to fetch laundry and walk the coach's dogs. Not doing that anymore. Now one of the most respected coaches in the league. To see how far he's come from the film room to the hardwood, you just have to credit remarkable work ethic.
He's perfect from the line this time. And you remember when Eric Spoelstra was the young, unproven coach directing the Big Three, and Brent, believe it or not, he's now the longest tenured coach in the Eastern Conference.
You know, the amazing thing, Kevin, he's still got a good full head of hair. Still that jet black hair. When is that going to turn gray? I guess if you win some championships and you have that kind of success, it's not going anywhere. And neither is Eric Spoelstra.
The Heat shooting their first free throw of the evening. And the free throw, no good.
Nice stroke from the line by Whiteside. You know, he's only going to get better from there with some practice.
Passes it to Cobb. Lakers passing it around to the wing right side. Here's Hessel, and it's good. 2 points.
He was in attack mode. Defense wasn't. Just too easy.
The Heat trail by 4. Johnson outside. To the wing on the left. Here's Whiteside. Offensive rebound. And rattles out the dunk. I know the layup might have been a better shot for him. Out to the right wing. Here's Cobb. Waiters grabs the miss.
Not quite sure why he felt the need to rush that one. He had all the time in the world and just threw it up before he was ready to go. Well, I think GMs basically were salivating over the fact that Winslow was going to come into this league and be an impact defender. He's got great hands and great feet to stick with who it is that he's defending. and that wingspan certainly disrupts passing lanes.
The Heat have shot just one free throw, missing that one earlier. First free throw is good. And with Winslow in his defense, as you were saying, Brent, it isn't all that physical. He has a great mindset for being a stopper on the defensive end.
Well, maybe he's taken a page out of a fellow Dookie in Shane Battier, because playing defense at this level is about doing your research and game planning. Shane, one of the best, and Winslow has those kind of instincts.
Timeout.
And a look here at the 10th overall pick from the 2015 draft in Justice Winslow out of Duke. Slipped a bit on draft day, which came as a surprise to some, Brent.
Well, if you remember, Kevin, during that draft, the Boston Celtics tried to trade several picks to move up and get Winslow, but the general manager of the Miami Heat said, not so fast. We'll take him here. And when you watch him play, it's clear that he has an incredible impact on the floor defensively. A lot of teams have passed up on him, already kicking themselves.
Here's Collins. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
On up the court. Hassel shot's good.
Well, he approaches the rim strong there and then flips up the teardrop.
The Heat trail by 6. Here's Richardson. He's coming off a 19-point game against Orlando.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
And teams love an easy bucket in transition, but a good half-court offense is critical. We see it especially in the playoffs, Brent.
Well, effective half-court offense begins and ends with great ball movement and player movement. So if you're exploring the early part of the possession and something breaks down, continuity into your half-court offense can lead to a great tempo for possessions throughout the course of a game.
Well said. A different look for Miami. Josh McRoberts comes in for Reed, and it's Williams in for Justice Winslow. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Cooligan. Pass to Mayo. There's the pick. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Yeah, unfortunate there, guys. Just a poorly set screen, and he didn't want to sacrifice his body to spring open his teammate.
Johnson outside, to the wing on the left. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Hassel. Lakers have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Misses off the left iron. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Feeds it to Mayo. To the left side wing. Here's Cooligan. Johnson with the block. Over in the corner, Williams. He tries for 3. That shot, no good. Lakers leading by 5. Here's Cooligan. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And here we can check out the breakdown of rebounds tonight between the front court and the back court for the Lakers.
And their big men are getting the majority of the rebounds. You like all 5 guys boxing out and getting on the glass, but at the end of the day, that's their role to control the board.
The Lakers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. And the first one drops.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Miami. So he gets them both. The Heat trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Johnson outside. Inside. Here's Williams. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. Williams has got his first bucket of the night.
Well, you got to like his choice right there to go hard to the rack. Took it right at the teeth of the defense.
Outside Mayo. Pass to Cooligan. Wide open look, and the jumper is on the mark. Here's Johnson. There's the pick. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
And the first one drops. Bobby Hummel, he's checked in for the captain. So Johnson hits 2 of them. Brent, I can picture you now winning that dunk contest back in '96. How did you prepare for that, and what do you think of the dunks that are being pulled off in the modern game now?
I think the dunks today are kind of tough to judge, Kevin, because you're able to see everything you want on your mobile device. And as a matter of fact, why are you looking at the dunks on Vine right now, Kevin?
Because some of these are amazing.
I know, and that's
I'm
the problem.
I'm looking at yours.
Yeah,
Lord,
that's too
and
much.
Your dunk was amazing.
Yeah, that was in black and white. So the amazing thing that guys have to compete against when it comes to the NBA All-Star Game is the fact that a lot of kids and a lot of fans have seen some amazing things because they have access to it. And then all of a sudden you're on that big stage and you better do something spectacular and you better do it quick to get their attention. But I think we still got some tremendous athletes in our game. And last year, Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon put on an absolute show in Toronto.
The creativity's off the charts, though. Wouldn't you say the things they think of these kids are amazing?
Not only the things they're thinking of, Kevin, but the things that the NBA guys are borrowing from some of the great dunkers that are out there professionally touring around the world. And they're taking some of those ideas, and they should, because we have some incredible guys doing incredible things.
Here's Cooligan. The feed to Hummel. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Cooligan. Misses the 3. The Heat trail by 5. Johnson dishes to Richardson. Now here's Ellington looking for his first basket still in this one. Williams, a screen on Mayo. Johnson, the pass to McRoberts. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. Now just a 2-point Laker lead.
You've got to play up on McRoberts as soon as he gets the ball because he hits that kind of shot on a routine basis.
Pass to Cooligan. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's the screen. Dishes to Hummel. Launches a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Hummel's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Heat shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Pick by Williams. 11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Redding. Dolman. And so the first quarter is in the books. Lakers lead by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. a chance to hear from former number 2 overall pick Derek Williams about his focus offensively.
Just getting to the basket more, being able to finish with the defender in front of me. I think getting to the line a lot more as well. I think, getting to the line and finishing at the basket.
2 huge improvements for him. Greg, can he do more?
Definitely. He's already taken a big leap forward, and there's plenty more room for him to grow. He could become a real beast in this league.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Yeah, I just really love that they're playing with their hearts tonight, contesting shots, making their opponent work for every point.
They've got Winslow, Josh McRoberts out there with Derek Williams. Then there's Dion Waiters, and it's Richardson in at the point guard. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the Miami Heat is still relevant in the East. The team made some excellent roster moves to bring in new talent after losing LeBron James to Cleveland a couple of years ago. Coach Spoelstra said, how many teams, if you lose the best player in the game, can have a compelling team 13 months later? Kevin, in Miami, they don't stay down for long.
Thank you, DA. A championship-caliber organization from the top down. For Miami, they have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. That free throw missing.
I think Winslow takes a lot of pride in getting himself to the free throw line, understands his body and size, and he will continue to improve upon that over time.
The captain's checked in for Robbie Hummel. And he sinks the second. Ray, you look around the league and teams are starting to dig into the numbers and really analyze the game carefully. I know that you enjoy analytics. You've always been known yourself as an efficient scorer. When you take a look at the numbers, how do you see them? How do you interpret them?
I think there are some things that are very advantageous for players to take a look at with regards to how it is that they play and where they're most effective. Because one of the things, Kevin, it can sort of reestablish your confidence. And there can be spots on the floor where you get to where you might feel better because somebody has presented those numbers to you. I will tell you, Kevin, that probably the guy that I played with in the latter stages of my career that used the numbers the most was a guy by the name of Shane Battier. Shane loved to look deep into the books and try to gain some sort of advantage numerically and statistics-wise on his opponent, and really was one of the few guys that would go deeper than most.
Have analytics changed the game, do you think?
I believe so, but still for players, I think that they're a long way from being able to understand exactly what it is that the numbers are telling them. That time is coming where players really want to know those kind of things, and the tutorial sessions between the coaching staff and the players, I think, are on the horizon.
Here's Hassel. Justice Winslow picking up that last bucket. The pass to Ohio. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from the elbow. That one, no good. And it's Miami the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And it was a matchup you thought they would have cruised through, but they actually dropped a game in this series last year.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Sonikitsi. There's a screen. Here's Redding. Passes it to Ohio. Here's Redding. He's guarded by Waiters. And he gets the bucket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Richardson kicks to Winslow. Good ball movement here by the Heat. McRoberts dishes to Winslow. Pulls it up. And another basket for Miami.
Man, he is scoring in so many ways right now. The versatility on the offensive end really helping out his squad.
Here's Hassel. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Well, he also chipped in on the glass. He was a force to be reckoned with, and that made a big difference.
Ohio, Richardson covering. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Whiteside's checked in for the Heat. Willie Reed comes in for Derek Williams. Silks checked in for Los Angeles. For Miami, they have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact. That's good from Richardson. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Pass to Hassel. The pass to Ohio. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And a chance here to see our rookie watch. The biggest point-producing freshman over the last 10 games. Look at the Prophet, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. And, of course, the captain. He's in that same group.
It's exciting to see 2 young fellas start to figure it out and determine how to assert themselves offensively.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And he knocks down the first one. No good on the second free throw. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 15-5 run. Here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Well, I would say that's as high percentage as you're going to get from Hassan Whiteside. He really takes off on those dunks.
There's a good screen. Here's the Prophet. 5 points in the game. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ohio. Got it from 16 feet. 8 points for him.
And, you know, he's not usually the guy to break out the crossover. Worked for him that time, but I'm not sure I would be doing that consistently.
Now, here's Whiteside. He's got 8. Richardson for 3. Rebounded by Hassel. The captain's got his 6th rebound on the night. Ohio, the pass to Hassel. Here's Silk. Samakidze, covered by Winslow. There's the pick. Pass to Ohio. And it's Reed pulling it down. Reed's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Richardson kicks to Waiters. From deep, the Lakers with the rebound. The Prophet's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Well, one thing, Brent, with Dion Waiters is that when he is on, he is red hot. He's one of those players who will get single-digit points for a few weeks, then just explode for 25 or 30 points out of the blue.
Well, that sounds nice, Kevin, but most coaches are seeking consistency, and he's really not had that in the early stages of his career so far. So still trying to figure out his role, but he does bail out his team every now and again with those kind of scoring binges.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
If these guys are focused on making a push with the basketball, they can be very good.
Here's Silk. 14 points from him the last game against Charlotte. All sorts of time, and he hits the jump shot.
Timeout, timeout.
Silk's got 6, and Miami calls their first timeout of the game. And Miami making a change here. Ellington's checked in. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at Chicago, earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, the Heat just way behind.
And right now for Miami, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
Still some chances to find some positives as the season comes to an end. Even if it's not a playoff spot, just some kind of forward momentum heading into the offseason.
Here's the Prophet. 5 points in the game to the left side wing. Here's Cooligan. Rebound by the Heat.
Well, he really T-Rexed that one, guys, short-arming it. He should have taken more time to make sure he was comfortable shooting it.
And Waiters kicks to Ellington. And the three off target. Lakers trail by 5. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
He'd have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Whiteside kicks to Reed. He feeds it to Winslow. No good on the three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Hess. They set the pick. Pass to Cooligan. Shot clock at 6. Shoots. Shot by Collins, no good.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Winslow dishes to Ellington. Reed a screen. Ellington the pass to Whiteside. Kicks it to Waiters. The three. Collins grabs the miss. Lakers trail by 3. Pass to Cooligan. Reed with the steal. Here's Ellington. And that one goes long. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Here's Silk. He's got 6. The pass to Hess. He kicks to Collins. It's good. This game is all even. Collins has got 5.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Reed a screen. Now here's Waiters. This game he had 12. Here's Whiteside. Here's Reed. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Yeah, where's the box out? That's a mistake that is easily preventable with some fundamentals.
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Waiters. Los Angeles making a switch here. The Heat have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Now here's Mayo. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte. Hummel. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot.
Good.
The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Good. Hit. Shooting one.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Here is Ellington. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations.
And guys, really the story for him has been his struggles from mid-range. I mean, some of them have been rushed. Others were just tightly contested. But he has to be a lot smarter on when to pull up or when to look for a teammate going forward in terms of winning this game.
Here's Cooligan. He's guarded by Johnson. Lets it go from 11. Miami grabs the miss. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Whiteside sets the pick for Johnson. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Here's Cooligan. Six to shoot. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. shot by Mayo is no good. The Heat shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's the screen. Johnson outside. Right side a screen. Johnson kicks to Whiteside. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game.
You can't allow Whiteside to get the basketball inside the paint like that. He is lights out from that close. That's an efficient trip down the floor for them, able to finish in tight.
Now here's Ellington, guarded closely. Johnson outside. Reed a screen. Johnson dishes to Winslow, feeds it to Reed. The 3, a rebound by the Lakers. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. And that will conclude a long 7-game road trip for the team. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
And checking out the numbers for Whiteside, tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. 2nd in rebounding, 4th in blocks, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Josh McRoberts comes in for Reed, and it's Williams in for Justice Winslow. Shot by Mayo is no good.
I think the defense was surprised that he did not knock that down. Clear defensive breakdown there, guys. Should have made him pay.
Johnson, the pass to Williams. Johnson outside for 3, Ellington. And Hummel pulls it down. Hummel's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Good on both. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Johnson kicks to Williams. Now here's Ellington. Defense is right there. Takes it from 10. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Williams has got it all tied up now for the Heat. And here is Mayo. Here's Collins. No good on that last second attempt there. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how does the defense you're playing impact your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the three-point line as best as we can.
Yeah, those runouts get your guys going. Thanks a lot, Spo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of action so far in this one. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. During one stretch, they trailed by 7, never falling behind too far. They came alive in the second quarter, gained a lot of ground, and now we're looking at a tie game heading into the second half. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
Well, a lot of their points came in transition. They dictated the pace of the game. It was a fast pace. Put the defense back on its heels. I say keep attacking the second half. Do not slow down.
And over to Kenny, your takeaway on the Lakers.
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
That'll do it for now. Second half coming up. We'll see you after the game.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. And you know, Justice Winslow has been really making things happen out there, guys.
And how about his scoring in that first half? He just looked like a different player today, really on point.
Yeah, I think the defense gave him a little extra room early on. He got hot, and now they can't cool him down.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So the Lakers 5 right now. The captain out there with Collins. Then it's the Prophet. Then it's Silk. And it's Ohio in at the 1. Now here's Waiters. 3 on the clock. Reed. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Cobb. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Hassel. Passes to the Prophet. And stolen by Whiteside. And it's the Heat on the break. Winslow's running. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, every team needs rebounding. Let's check out the league's top rebounders. Well, you look at Whiteside, 3rd in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside. And, of course, the Prophet right on the trail.
Guys, we're lucky to get to watch 2 of the league's most outstanding rebounders on the same court here today.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. He hits both from the stripe. And Los Angeles guys shooting well. They're at 45%. Down low. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. And he makes the first. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. The Heat with the lead. Johnson dishes to Whiteside. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And Hassan Whiteside signing a max contract to return to the Miami Heat this summer. What a dramatic change of fortune for a player, Greg, who'd bounced around early in his career.
And how about it, Kevin? I think he may be the first player in history to jump from making the NBA minimum to the NBA maximum in one season. He's going to be making 30 times more than he did last year. And who wouldn't like that kind of a pay raise?
Good on both. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Ohio on the pass to Collins. Here's the Prophet. 6 points for him. They set the pick. Fires the three. Shot by Collins, no good.
Yeah, unfortunate there, guys. Just a poorly set screen, and he didn't want to sacrifice his body to spring open his teammate.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Here's Waiters. Connects from three-point range. Waiters got his second basket of the night.
It's a thing of beauty when it goes in. Waiters with his own style from deep.
The Prophet passes to Ohio, and he lays it straight in.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
The Heat leading by 4. Reed a screen. Johnson kicks to Waiters. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Now the pass to Cobb. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Ohio. Off target with his 3.
Yeah, so far, he has not had his usual effort in this one, and it's really hurting the team.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Johnson the screen. Here's Whiteside.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Shot by Collins, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Johnson outside. Now the dish to Whiteside. And there's the 3-second violation. And we take a look here at the shot chart.
Well, they say the mid-range game is a dying art form, but after looking at this shot chart, they are injecting a ton of life into it. Whatever space is being offered up to them in the mid-range, they have accepted and have continually knocked down shots to make the defense pay.
Lakers trail by 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, the 10th pick in the draft can sometimes be a diamond in the rough. You remember Paul Pierce went to the Celtics many years ago with the 10th pick, and Justice Winslow fell to the Heat with the 10th pick a couple of years ago. From day one, Winslow has proven to be on the elite side of defenders in the league. Eric Spoelstra told us he plays with a veteran poise, but also with a youthful intensity, particularly on the defensive end. Kevin, he's been a great fit in Miami.
He just makes winning plays, D.A. Thank you. Waiters gets a wide-open look. And again, Miami with the triple.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Pass to Hassel. There's the pick. Passes it to Cobb. He dishes it to Collins. No good off the front iron.
His offense just has not been there tonight, and he needs to step up his game because there's still time to recover.
Johnson dishes to Reed. The Heat rebound, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Justice Winslow. His last 10 games, getting around 12 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Josh Richardson's checked in for Miami. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. When you look at the growth of the game internationally, you have some that say the system of development is better abroad in Europe than other countries. What do you think?
Well, the club system, Kevin, over there, and having a player involved at the age of 12 years old all the way up to 20 years old, playing with your same countrymen, being pushed around by professionals, getting professional coaching, and the type of practice regimen that they have. Most of the time, 2-a-days practice for most of the season, that's going to get you in pretty good shape and teach you the fundamentals of the game.
And a lot of those fundamentals, a lot of those practices were established by former coaches from this country that would go over there and hold these summer camps.
That's right. A lot of them implemented what they learned from the coaches from the United States and then took them to the next level. And again, a lot of those coaches who traveled from the United States to Europe really were instrumental in what it is that has now become the European development of basketball.
On the free throw, no good. There's the feed to Johnson. Back to Richardson. Reed a screen. Waiters passes to Richardson. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now an 11-point Heat lead.
And an open path to the hoop there.
Timeout.
Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And knowing that's the kind of D the opposition has been playing, he's going straight for the jugular, just like he should.
The Heat making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And the Lakers with possession here. They trail by 11. To the middle, here's Zanikitsi, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
If anything could change the momentum, it's that kind of play. Cloud of smoke has people standing on their feet.
And a big height advantage right there.
And sometimes it's not just the height, it's the flow in the shooting motion. Extremely effective from the mid-range.
Here's Silk. 6 points for him. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season.
2 shots, gentlemen.
The Lakers, number 1.
And all those points off turnovers have been a huge bonus. I mean, that aggressive defense has also paid dividends at the offensive end of the floor.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
The first one falls. Josh McRoberts is checked in for Dion Waiters. Both shots good from the stripe. The Heat leading by 9. Richardson with it. He's got 7. Dishes it to Johnson. Reed a screen. Kicks it out to Richardson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. LA's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And the pass to Cobb. From 13. And the Lakers with another miss. For Miami, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter.
Well, because he's lefty, you have to say crafty. That's kind of written in the books, Kevin. But Josh McRoberts is that. Plays with a lot of energy and a great role player his entire career who gets out and sparks his teammates with his playmaking ability.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Here's Cooligan, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for the Heat, and the Lakers making a change here. And as for McRoberts, he is great in that energy off the bench role, Brent. He leaves everything out there on the floor.
Well, sometimes his emotions can get him a bit behind the 8 ball during a game, but take the good with the bad. Overall, he's a very, very good passer, a reluctant shooter, but definitely a guy you want to play with who'll set you up for a good look.
And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Redding. They set the pick. Pass to Sonikidze. Tries a 3. Miami grabs the miss. McRoberts has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Richardson kicks to Ellington. Miami no good on that time either.
And he's missed every single shot he's attempted today, but somehow they're still in the lead.
Cooligan drills the baseline jumper. 8 points for him.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
I think he spotted an area on the floor to gain that separation and then let it fly with a quick release.
Here is McRoberts. He feeds it to Richardson. Johnson, a wide open look. Misses and the dry spell continues. Lakers trail by 5. Kicks it to Mayo. Pass to Cooligan. Dolman. He's guarded by Williams. Feeds to Mayo. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Cooligan. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Williams. Now here's Richardson. He has 7. Johnson up top. Williams has a screen for Johnson. In the corner, it's Ellington. That 3 off the mark. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Johnson with it. Now Mayo defending. Johnson dishes to Williams. From past the arc. And Ellington is good for 3. Ellington's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Lakers trail by 8. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Back to Mayo. There's the 3. It's good from long range. Mayo's got 5 now.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Wow, more threes in the NBA? Who knew? Teams trading tray balls.
Now here's Richardson. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. The Lakers making a switch here. Hummel's checked in. And for the Lakers, they're shooting down near the 40% mark since halftime. They've been slow getting going.
Oh, great ball movement there.
1:58 left in the third quarter. Johnson kicks to Williams. The dish to Ellington. Off the pick. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Ellington's got his second basket.
I don't know if it's drawn up quite like that, but they'll take it.
Here's Redding. Ellington defending. And it's Mayo, top of the key. Lets the 3 fly. Tries again. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Looking now at some numbers for McRoberts. How last month turned out for him, averaging 5 points per game, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent, but honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
First one falls for him. And the Heat making a change here. Winslow's checked in. And the Lakers also making a switch. Collins is checked in. Second free throw, no good. The Heat leading by 4. 18 feet out. The shot by Williams, no good.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
And even though he's been on a roll tonight, that one was a bit forced.
Here's Redding. Outside Mayo, pulls up on the wing, and the jumper is good. Mayo's got 7 points for the quarter.
And not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
You could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Well, he had a jump on it, had a chance to make the play, just could not steal the deal.
54 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Winslow, he's got 16, and McRoberts kicks to Ellington. Shot clock at 6. Here's Williams, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's his first trip to the line. He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Redding. Mayo with a screen on Richardson. Elbow shot. Mayo missing again. The Heat leading by 3. And here is Ellington. 5 points in the game. There's 14 seconds left in the third. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And that's now 18 points for Justice Winslow. Here's Redding, right side Mayo. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we've reached the end of the third. Heat out front, they lead by 5. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
All right, put together 3 or 4 stops in a row. Come on, just concentrate on good basketball right now.
Compressing it down to these few minutes, Eric Spoelstra asking his guys to focus in defensively.
And talking to one another, quicker rotations, the help has to be there on time if they want to come up with these stops.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Winslow is out there with Williams. Then there's Deion Waiters. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Richardson in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's Collins. And his offense just hasn't been there.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Can't keep forcing things when you're not in a great rhythm. Move the ball.
Willie Reed, he's checked in for Williams. And the Lakers also making a change. The captain's checked in for Robbie Hummel. Richardson with it. He kicks it to Waiters. Tries a 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. The captain's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. There's the pick. Passes it to Collins from downtown. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Silks checked in for the Lakers. Ohio. Richardson covering. Here's Ohio. And the Lakers with another miss.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
In the corner, it's Richardson. From beyond the arc, that one doesn't go. And the Lakers take it the other way. Collins passes to Cobb. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Hassel. He's covered by Whiteside. Now the pass to Ohio. Just 5 to shoot. The Prophet passes to Hassel. Jacks up a 3. Waiters grabs the miss. Waiters got his 3rd rebound tonight. He dishes it to Richardson. The feed now to Whiteside. Baseline jumper. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Not sure if physically you could put Whiteside's game in a nutshell. A guy who hustles and tracks down hard rebounds and then turns them into easy points for his team.
Here's the Prophet. Silk passes to Collins. Off target from three-point range.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Now, here's Richardson. Here's Whiteside. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Over Hassel. Whiteside missing again. Lakers trail by 7. Here's Collins. Misses the 3.
I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now.
Richardson dishes to Winslow. Whiteside sets the pick for Winslow. Fires the 3. Rebound the Lakers. The captain's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Ohio. Richardson covering. Hassel, the pass to the Prophet. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat. Miami leading by 7. Dishes to Waiters. Pass to Whiteside. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Winslow kicks to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Waiters. Rebound the Lakers.
Yeah, I know the shot's been off just a smidge tonight, but he's contributed in other ways to help his team have the lead in this game so far.
Hassel's shot's good.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Now here's Waiters. Read a screen. Winslow a screen on Collins. Here's Waiters. Again, the miss by the Heat.
I don't even know why he's attempting some of those shots. It's just not smart basketball, and he needs to be more patient and let the offense come to him naturally.
Fader on the way, and the shot no good, a bit short.
Look, if they want any shot at winning this game, he has to be better out there.
Back to Winslow, and he converts the layup. Winslow's got 20 points.
Great self-confidence from Winslow on that play, taking it up strong inside.
Passes to the Prophet. He feeds it to Collins. Here's Silk. The pass to Ohio. To the paint. Here's the Prophet, and he banks in the layup.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
But we're talking about a player who's going to take advantage of everything the D gives him, especially at this critical stage of the game.
Here is Whiteside, following the bucket by the Lakers. Waiters up top, shoots a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Waiters got 9 points here in the second half.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from 3-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Collins against Winslow. Knocked loose. Stolen by Waiters. In transition, here comes Miami from 8. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And the Heat lead by 10.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Timeout called the Lakers. One of the stories here, Justice Winslow getting it done today.
So there's a guy on offense knocking down shots that forces an entire team to get together and talk about what he's doing to them. That's some impressive play right there.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Collins sinks the triple.
I mean, letting that guy shoot freely from out there, he's going to destroy you from the perimeter if you do that.
And here is Johnson. Ripped away. Goes up on the wing. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Cobb. Miami's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Johnson dishes to Winslow. Pass to Whiteside. Here's Reed. Kicks it to Winslow. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Pass to the Prophet. Shot from 12. That shot misses. And Miami the other way now. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Getting the foul on the shot.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line.
And the free throw shooting has been excellent tonight. And how often do we get to say that?
Silk passes to Ohio. Lakers passing it around. They set the screen. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Collins.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Now here's Johnson. Feeds to Whiteside. Shot off the screen. No good there.
And he's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
Castle's shot's good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Johnson kicks to Reed. Right side a screen. Shoots off the screen. A rebound by the Lakers.
Yeah, unfortunate there, guys. Just a poorly set screen, and he didn't want to sacrifice his body to spring open his teammate.
And stolen by Whiteside. Winslow kicks to Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
Great to see Whiteside scoring at an efficient rate out there on the floor.
Passes it to Cobb. Winslow against Collins. Here's Cobb. No good on the triple.
Well, sometimes when you're that wide open, you start to overthink it, and it looks like that's what he did there.
Johnson outside. There's the dish to Whiteside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, nice work on the interior from Whiteside there. His free throw game is a work in progress.
And he knocks down the first one.
And he's made more of an effort here to put pressure on the defense in the second half and create some contact and free throw opportunities.
And both free throws good from Whiteside. Lakers trail by 6. Now the pass to Hassel. Here's Silk. Now the feed to Collins. 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. Up again. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
And they've controlled the glass throughout this game, but it's still close.
Winslow's shot is off. The Lakers shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. It's stolen by Johnson. Using his post move to get the 2 points. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Here's the screen. Here's Collins. Los Angeles with another miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Johnson, good.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Yeah, it's like a track meet, racing up and down the floor, pushing the action, but also decision-making has been smart.
Here's Collins, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. The Heat leading by 8. Waiters with the ball. There's the steal. Out left to the wing, to the paint, Cobb. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
Well, even the dentist would tell you that's a sweet move for that lay-in. And yeah, you got to love his tenacity.
And that one misses. Miami's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And Waiters kicks to Whiteside. Here's Johnson, and it's Miami with another. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. This is to Collins. Good on the three-point shot.
And really no one trying to run him off that spot, so very calm as he drained that 3.
Johnson kicks to Waiters. Back to Johnson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Heat lead by 7.
Fantastic awareness out on the floor. That's a textbook assist.
There's a screen. Pass to Collins from deep. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. The Heat shooting 43% for the game. Johnson kicks to Whiteside. Johnson the screen. Whiteside dishes to Waiters. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
And even though he's been on a roll tonight, that one was a bit forced.
Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Another steal.
And no need to rush on a situation like that. That's just giving away a possession.
And that's an intentional foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Still struggling to find some consistency as an offensive player, but Waiters does get to the free throw line a fair amount for a guy who shoots so many threes.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that puts them up by 5. Timeout called the Lakers. They trail by 5. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Got a piece of it. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're losing by 5. There's 25 seconds left to play in the final quarter. One second separating the shot clock and game clock. Ohio, the pass to Collins. Over to the wing. Here's the Prophet. He's covered by Whiteside. Kicks it to Collins. Clock at 6. Lakers passing it around. Here's Ohio. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Miami winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.